All right, so this is going to be another movie review. This is going to be another Karate Man recommendation. Mercury Rising. I just like this flick. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. My son gives it 0 out of 5 stars. He said various actors are committing blasphemy. In this movie, they say OMG, not in a good way, 3 times by separate actors. And if you watch this movie, then you're participating in blasphemy, according to Father Ripperger. And you have to confess. You have to get absolved for supporting this kind of blasphemy movie. Anyways, I wasn't offended as my son was. He's given it 0 out of 5 stars. Anyways, Mercury Rising is a 1998 U.S. action thriller film starring Bruce Willis and Alec Baldwin, directed by Harold Becker, who also did Sea of Love. Which was... Oh, that's an Al Pacino film. I thought it was something else. Okay. I don't know this director. The Onion Field Taps, which I have not seen. The Boost, Sea of Love. The film is based on Ryan Douglas Pearson's 1996 novel, originally published as Simple Simon, which was the working title of the film. Willis plays Art Jeffries, an undercover FBI agent who protects a 9-year-old autistic boy. Simon Lynch, played by Miko Hughes, who was in Kindergarten Cop, which I have on my list. I should probably put his name in there, Miko Hughes, because I will get around to watching Kindergarten Cop, thanks to Karate Man and his lame stream recommendations, including this one, Miko Hughes. We got another lame stream actor here. His name is Miko Hughes. We'll put his name in the description. I'm not too crazy about lame stream movies like this one. Okay, so Miko Hughes is targeted by government assassins as he cracks a top secret government code. And you'll never believe how he's able to do this. All right. Or the means of obtaining the government code are just beyond ridiculous. The film was released on April 3rd, 1998. It received mostly negative reviews and grossed $93 million at the box office. Not bad for a $60 million budget. Definitely lame stream. The plot opens with a bank robbery hostage crisis in South Dakota. Undercover as one of the criminals, FBI agent Art Jeffries guards 14-year-old James while trying to convince the gang's leader, Edgar Hallstrom, to surrender despite pleading for more time to negotiate. An armed FBI task force storms the building, fatally shooting both James and the thieves. Art confronts his superior Hartley, punching him when the latter says they must answer to Washington. Wow. So I guess Bruce Willis didn't watch that violence in the workplace video as part of his California mandated training. Oh, actually, this takes place in Chicago. Never mind. Okay, as a result of his outburst, Jeffries is demoted to desk duty. It wasn't really desk duty; it's more like doing wiretaps and stuff. I thought. Anyways, years later, a 9-year-old autistic savant named Simon Lynch is given a sophisticated puzzle book by his teacher. Simon quickly solves a particular puzzle and phones a number encoded in the solution. This call reaches 2 national security agency cybergraphers. Why would they put top secret government code in a puzzle magazine? Why? Dean Crandall and Leo Podransky, who created the new cipher Simon has cracked. Podransky and Crandall report the situation to their boss, Lieutenant Colonel Nick Kudrow, played by Alec Baldwin, who severely rebukes the pair for their unauthorized actions, describing Simon and his abilities as a national security threat. Again, why did they put it in the crossword puzzle in the first place? Remains a mystery to me. 2 assassins, Peter Burrell and Shays, are sent by Kudrow to terminate the boy and his parents, Martin and Jeremy. And Jenny, not Jeremy, Martin and Jenny. Posing as a police detective, Burrell murders both Simon's mother and father, but is unable to find Simon himself. Upon finding that Martin dialed 911 before he died, Burrell stages a murder-suicide between him and his wife, Jenny, before exiting the Lynch residence. Shays serves as his getaway driver. Jeffries is sent to investigate the crime scene, and he finds Simon in a hidden crawl space in his bedroom closet. So I guess Jeffries got his job back. The dialogue in this movie consists of people kind of mumbling to each other, so it's kind of hard to hear what they're saying, but forgive me if I missed some of the dialogue in this, or it was just so monotone and uninteresting that I just didn't pay attention. Simon is taken to a protection ward at the hospital, where a nurse explains the nature of Simon's autism to Art and why he cannot be interrogated. Burrell impersonates a doctor and makes another attempt on Simon's life. Art saves Simon and flees the premises. This is when the movie starts getting good. There's actually quite a lot of action at the 40-minute mark, but then it stops abruptly and the rest of the movie stinks. This movie's a real stinker. I hate this piece of crap. Anyways, I don't hate it. Like I said, 40 minutes to 1 hour mark. There's some decent 20 minutes of action there, which I'm about to get to now. Art tries unsuccessfully to convince Simon that he is a friend instead of a stranger. Later, while on the train, Shays tries to kill Simon, but Art intervenes, knocking him off the train and onto the tracks as another locomotive passes, killing him. But they manage to clean up the mess rather fast. Under Kudrow's direction, the NSA frames Art as Simon's kidnapper. However, fellow agent and friend Tommy Jordan does not believe the story, and he assists Art, who borrows Jordan's car, and takes Simon back to his house. This is where it gets boring again. Simon again calls the telephone number written into the code, and Art is able to talk to Crandall and Podransky as Crandall arranges a meeting at the Wrigley building by the next morning. Art goes to the meeting, leaving Simon under the care of a woman in a coffee shop, Stacy Sebring, the short-haired white woman who's immodestly dressed, according to my son, and she's skinnier than he is. She's skinnier than my son, which is saying a lot because my son is quite skinny. Stacy Sebring, who later agrees to help Art take care of Simon. Crandall tells Jeffries about Mercury, and Kudrow, but is shot dead by Burrell before he can reveal anything. Podransky, having learned Crandall's fate, tries to reveal Kudrow's unlawful actions by writing letters on a typewriter, one to Art and a carbon copy for the Senate Oversight Committee, but Burrell tracks Podransky down and kills him as well, confiscating the letters. However, the assassin overlooks Podransky's carbon copies, which his girlfriend, NSA analyst Emily Lang, takes to the FBI. Jordan discreetly arranges for her to meet with Art to show them the carbon copies. Covered in Podransky's fingerprints, they become crucial evidence. Art then goes to Kudrow's home during his birthday party, confronting him in his wine cellar. He berates the NSA head for targeting Simon, demands that Kudrow announce on national TV that the Mercury encryption project is a failure, and kicks him for trying to justify his crimes on grounds of protecting American spies. I guess they work for Saddam Hussein. They're working undercover. I have no idea. Under Art's suggestion, Jordan arranges for Simon to go into the witness protection program, but Kudrow, unwilling to reveal his failure and determined to kill Simon, forcibly takes charge of the witness protection, while revealing to Lomax, the FBI special agent in charge, that Jordan forged the witness protection documents. However, unknown to Kudrow, Tommy shows the carbon paper evidence to Lomax and confirms that the fingerprint markings on it were Podransky's, validating the evidence against Kudrow. Stacy and Simon leave for the pickup point at the top of the skyscraper, where Kudrow and Burrell prepare to take Simon away on a helicopter. This is where their hair start flying around like crazy on this windy skyscraper in Chicago. It looks like Donald Trump's hair when it gets caught up in the wind. But Jeffries, with Jordan and the FBI task force help, sets a trap at the meeting spot. Gunfight ensues between Burrell and the FBI. At this point, it's interagency squabble, and I've lost interest completely in the movie. It's way too long. And there's only about 20 minutes of decent action. The ending is just so ridiculous, I gave up at that point. Ending with Burrell being fatally slashed by glass shards with plexiglass windows are blown inward, so his face is all bloody, while Art fights Kudrow one-on-one, and Simon assists him by retrieving his gun. So this autistic kid is doing this kind of thing on the edge of the skyscraper, and somehow he manages to grab the gun and give it to our hero, Bruce Willis. Kudrow attempts to throw Simon off the roof, but Jeffrey shoots him multiple times, and he falls off the edge and to his death. Art and Sebring later visit Simon, now living with foster parents at his school. I won't spoil the ending, but it was it was the autistic kid staring at nothing in particular. Okay. Barry Summerfield was initially slated to direct the film, but due to commitments to Men in Black, dropped out. Another lamestream movie in my movie list dropped out. Barry Summerfield dropped out, and he was replaced by Harold Becker. Not a good replacement. Prior to Bruce Willis being cast, Nicolas Cage and George Clooney were also considered for the lead. Mercury Rising was released for VHS and DVD on September 15, 1998, followed by Laserdisc on September 22nd. The collector's edition and DTS versions of DVD were released in 1999. A Blu-ray with multi-format was released on September 14th, 2010, and the double feature with the film The Jackal was also released for Blu-ray on March 22nd, 2011. The film earned $10,104,715 in its opening weekend in 2,386 theaters, ranking in third place behind Lost in Space and Titanic. Together, the film grossed $32,935,289 in the U.S. and $60,172,000 internationally, for a total of $93,107,289. On Rotten Tomatoes, the film has a score of 21% based on reviews from 57 critics with an average rating of 4.37 out of 10, which is very similar to my rating, ironically. It's a little bit higher. I'm rating it a little lower than the average rating on Rotten Tomatoes. The consensus states, Mercury Rising lays the action on thick, but can never find a dramatic pulse to keep viewers or Bruce Willis engaged with its maudlin story. Okay, how many times have you seen an iconoclastic kind of renegade FBI agent trying to save the little boy? It seems like this kind of thing has been used before. Maybe not the little boy part, but definitely the unusual FBI agent played by Bruce Willis. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of a B on an A+ to F scale. Roger Ebert gave the film 2 stars out of 4, writing Mercury Rising is about the most sophisticated cryptographic system known to man, and about characters considerably denser than anyone in the audience. Sitting in the dark, our minds idly playing with the plot, we figure out what they should do, how they should do it, and why they should do it, while the characters on the screen strain helplessly against the requirements of the formula. James Berardinelli rated it 1.5 out of 4 stars, saying the script for Mercury Rising is exceptionally tiresome and hard to swallow. Once again, certain standby plot elements, the high-level government's conspiracy and the maverick law enforcement agents are recycled and not to good effect. I tend to agree with that. We like government conspiracies, but at the end, it was just a interagency squabble, not so much a government conspiracy. Well, Bruce Willis can play the action hero as well as anyone in Hollywood. This particular outing leaves him marooned in situations that are characterized by too little tension and too much nonsense. Bruce Willis received the 1999 Golden Raspberry Award as Worst Actor for his performance, as well as for Armageddon and The Siege. Miko Hughes won the category for Best Performance in a Feature Film, leading young actor at the 1999 Young Artist for his portrayal of Simon. I thought he was annoying. His acting consists of saying the lines like up while he's looking at the skyscraper. Or he's either that or he's kicking and screaming. I want to shoot this kid. I want him to die. I like the train fight scene. Yeah, that was the only decent part of the movie. The train fight scene. Although I wish it was more longer. Oh, why? Karate Man's in the chat room and he wants this movie to be longer? Are you kidding me? This movie is freaking 111 minutes of torture. Release date April 3rd, 1998. Budget 60 million. Box office 93.1 million. Distributed by Universal Pictures, another lamestream movie distributor. Oh, the train fight scene. Yeah. If they had just made the movie, the entire movie like the train fight scene, then I would have rated it higher myself. I see what Karate Man is saying now. Okay. But no such luck with this movie. I wasted $3.79 thanks to Karate Man. I don't know. I couldn't get into this movie. I'm sorry. I tried. My son hated it even more than I did. And he actually watched some of this movie. He was appalled at the blasphemy. I guess he has to confess it, or maybe he did confess it. I don't know. So going down my list, I've got Great Guns, 1941, which is a Professor Quiz mention. I don't think he actually wanted me to watch it. He just said it was one of the worst Laurel and Hardy films that he had ever seen. Then I've got Tenement, Game of Survival, 1985, which is my own pick for once. And then I've got another Laurel and Hardy stinker called Saps at Sea, 1940. Karate Man is saying, I reckon it's one of Bruce Willis's more underrated movies. Not too many people ever mention. I find that hard to believe. This is a lamestream movie. I don't know what Karate Man is talking about. Which other Bruce Willis movies you like more? Die Hard 2 was pretty good. I didn't I wasn't crazy about Pulp Fiction. Didn't care. Um, I'll go with Die Hard 2 and the Sin City. um, Die Hard 2 was pretty decent. Sin City. Yeah, I'll go with those two. Those two are definitely better than this. Much better. I think I'm rating this 2 out of 5 stars, and the other two I'm rating 4 out of 5 stars. Die Hard 2 and Sin City. I think I give both of them 4 out of 5 stars. But I've only seen 3 Bruce Willis movies in my lifetime, which tells you that I'm not a fan of lamestream actors in general. Yeah, I got Die Hard 2 on VHS as a Christmas gift from my uncle's girlfriend's daughter or something. Chubby white girl who later became the party animal. All right. Well, that's the end of my review. Yippee-ki-yay. All right. McClane's famous one-liner. Oh. Okay. I don't even remember. Well, nice chatting with you. Thanks for the recommendation. I'm going back to Laurel and Hardy and Tenement. Have a good night. Laters.